Hello, everyone, I'm CC Movie. Have you ever lost sight of who you truly are while chasing a dream that seemed out of reach? Or have you ever done something selfish and clumsy in secret, simply because you were too afraid of losing someone you love? Liv, a celebrity twin, and Maddie, a sporty and energetic young woman, the sisters' starkly different personalities spark the most vibrant chemistry, allowing us to understand the purest form of care and acceptance within family bonds. Ever since she left her life in Hollywood to return to the ordinary routine of family life, Liv has never given up on her dream of acting. When she learned she had made the final shortlist for the lead role in the sci-fi blockbuster Space Werewolf, the passion she had long suppressed surged within her, leaving her so excited she could barely sleep all night. This unique half-human, half-wolf character was the perfect opportunity for her to return to the screen and prove her acting chops. She silently vowed to herself that no matter how much effort it took, she would secure this role. In everyone's eyes, Liv had always been a naturally gifted actress, but only she knew that deep down, she harbored a hint of self-doubt. Her past screen roles had mostly been sweet, gentle young women. A wild, flamboyant, and animalistic werewolf character was an unprecedented challenge for her. She feared her expressiveness might fall short, feared missing this golden opportunity because of some minor flaw, and feared most of all letting everyone down. To perfectly embody the character, she specifically hired a professional wolf trainer for one-on-one training, devoting herself entirely to studying wolf behavior. From the deep, growling howls and agile, powerful movements to the alert, wary gaze, Liv practiced each element over and over again. To fully immerse herself in the role, she completely slipped into wolf-human mode, turning her life into a film set. At home, she was no longer the gentle, cheerful older sister. Instead, she would occasionally let out strange, wolf-like howls, witnessing their daughter's drastic transformation. Her parents felt both helpless and amused, while her younger brothers, still quite young, were so frightened they didn't know what to do. Every time they heard a sudden howl, they would scramble to hide. Watching her family's flustered reactions, Liv actually felt a twinge of guilt, but her obsession with the role overpowered that guilt. She always believed that to excel at something, one must be fully committed, even if it meant appearing strange or out of place for a while. As long as it helped her fulfill her dream, it was all worth it. Lost in her own world and wholly devoted to her passion, she failed to notice that she had long since disrupted her family's peaceful daily routine. To test the results of her training, Liv had specially organized a small performance, hoping to showcase her werewolf acting skills to her family and boost her confidence for auditions. But just as the performance reached its climax and everyone was fully immersed, disaster struck. The lights suddenly went out. The pitch-black darkness instantly swallowed all light and shadow. The sudden blackout shattered the fervor, bringing the performance to an abrupt halt. After a brief moment of confusion, there were no accusations or complaints. Instead, the family members quietly comforted one another. Amid the faint glimmers of light, everyone gradually calmed down. The commotion faded away, leaving only the peaceful companionship of the family. In that moment, everything became crystal clear to Liv. She suddenly realized that while dazzling screen dreams are certainly precious, the companionship of family and the simple, warm routines of daily life are the true treasures. There is nothing wrong with pursuing one's passion, but one should not lose one's gentle self or neglect the people closest to them for the sake of an illusory halo of fame. This unexpected power outage became the best remedy for her restless heart. Meanwhile, Maddie, a passionate, determined, and fearless basketball player, had always harbored a personal dream to make the Youth Olympic Games basketball team. To achieve this goal, she trained tirelessly day after day, pouring out countless drops of sweat, and pinned all her hopes on a single selection notice. As she waited for the results, Maddie's heart was filled with anxiety and anticipation. She was both eager for her hard work to pay off and secretly afraid of failure, afraid that all her efforts would go to waste. Liv saw all this anxious yet passionate hope, yet deep down, she harbored an unspoken selfishness and unease. Having grown up together since childhood, Liv and Maddie were each other's closest playmates and most steadfast support. Liv had spent years away on film sets, missing countless moments with her sister. Now that she was back home, she cherished every moment they spent together. To her, Maddie was not just her twin sister, but the warmest light in her ordinary life and the most indispensable source of strength. She knew all too well that once Maddie made the Olympic basketball team, she would travel farther afield for training and competitions, and their daily life together would come to a complete end. Her sister would gradually step out of her life, building a whole new circle of friends and a new life of her own. The mere thought of a future without her sister's noisy, affectionate presence filled Liv's heart with a profound sense of emptiness and dread. She feared separation, feared growing apart, and feared that the sisters who had once been inseparable would eventually drift further and further other apart. Driven by fear, Liv made a childish and clumsy decision. When the email notifying Maddie of her selection arrived, she secretly hid the letter, which would determine her sister's future, while no one was looking. She harbored a selfish hope. If the notification disappeared, Maddie would stay by her side, and they could forever maintain their current peaceful and happy life. During that time, watching Maddie wait anxiously day after day, her eyes brimming with hope, Liv's heart was torn. On one side was her sister's dream and future. On the other, the companionship she cherished most. Caught in a dilemma, she was plagued by guilt every day, yet she never found the courage to reveal the truth. It wasn't until a chance moment when the family was flipping through old childhood photos that the yellowed images stirred everyone's memories. Each photo captured the sisters' innocent and adorable childhood, and one in particular froze the moment when a young Matilda tearfully bid her farewell as she left for Hollywood to film a movie. Looking at her younger sister in the photo, so young and reluctant to let her go, memories of the past instantly flooded Liv's mind. Back then, Matilda had been just as reluctant to see her leave, yet she had still been mature enough to support her acting dream and silently waited for her return. All these years, her sister had always been gentle and tolerant of her capriciousness, flamboyance, and stubbornness, standing firmly by her side. Yet now, driven by her own selfishness, she was trying to clip her sister's wings and block her path to her own dreams. True family love is never about selfish possession or restraint. It is not about keeping the other person close to ensure one's own peace of mind, but about understanding how to support each other's dreams and encourage one another to pursue what they love. Everyone is an independent individual. Maddie shouldn't be a vessel for her sister's emotions. She deserves her own radiance and her own future. Once the knot in her heart was completely untangled, Liv no longer hesitated. She took out the hidden acceptance letter, honestly admitted her mistake, and sincerely apologized to Maddie. Upon learning the truth, Maddie felt no anger, no blame. She understood her sister's clumsy yet profound reluctance to let go. She understood that behind her sister's seemingly selfish actions lay a deep-seated dependence and affection. When Maddie successfully received the acceptance letter and her dream finally took root, the sisters shared a smile, and all barriers and resentments vanished. Having weathered this storm, both sisters had undergone a gentle journey of growth. Liv shed her stubbornness and selfishness, learning to let go and make sacrifices, realizing that the best way to love is through companionship and support. Maddie came to understand even more deeply that this blood-bound familial bond is the most precious and tender connection in the world. On the path of growing up, we inevitably face confusion, stubbornness, and anxiety over what we might gain or lose. We do foolish things out of fear of loss, and we lose ourselves in the pursuit of our passions. But family love is always the cure for everything. It teaches us to make choices, to be tolerant, and to grow up little by little. The best sisterhood is this: when you chase your dreams far away, I'll stand by you with all my strength. When you stay by my side in the ordinary moments, I'll cherish you with all my heart.